Album and Beer Club.
Hello and welcome to Album and Beer Club.
Yes, we've got a special episode today.
We have.
Myself and Dan were talking the other day, and we were sort of talking about bands that insist on carrying on with the same name after the lead singers have left or died or been chucked out.
Yeah. So we thought we'd look into it to see which ones were successful and which ones should have just not bothered. You know what I mean?
Not bothered.
Because some of them have been better once the original singers left. A few of them have got better, haven't they?
Yeah, a few of them have worked. I mean, I personally think just change your name. If you want to carry on, fine. Change your name, get a new singer. Yeah, don't try and milk it.
I think it originally started because we were talking about Linkin Park, and Chester Bennington obviously passed away, didn't he? Yeah. He committed suicide. And they carried on and got a female singer, Emily Armstrong, and there was a bit of an uproar with fans, wasn't it? I mean...
Yeah, I think rest of the band were initially involved, and then as far as I know, leading up to the tour, it was like one left. I mean, they started sort of like going, oh no, I can't do this, and I think it turns into a bit of a joke.
It is. I mean, why would you continue? We just start a new band. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But then it has worked for other ones, like Fleetwood Mac. That's a major one where it got much more successful after Peter Green left in 1970 through drug-induced schizophrenia. They went on and hired Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks.
Well, although it was his band, he named the band after two other band members.
Yeah, Peter Green did, after... Oh, what's his face?
Mick Fleetwood.
And John McVie, the bass player. So he named it after them two, Mick, coming from McVie, and Fleetwood, Mick Fleetwood. So
he set them up, basically, to the point of where that incarnation had kind of run its course. He wanted to leave. He wasn't well.
No, he wasn't well at all.
I mean, if you haven't heard early Fleetwood Mac, you wouldn't put them together with the 80s
You wouldn't think they were the same band at all. Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, which people refer it to, it's back in the sort of mid to late 60s. He was, it was a blues band, wasn't it? Really sort of proper blues band. And they were big in this country. I'm not sure how big they got outside the UK. I'm not quite sure.
No, I'm not too sure about that.
But nowhere near as big as how Fleetwood Mac became in the 70s and through to the 80s in their new reincarnation.
And they had some big hits, the Peter Green's one, didn't they?
Albatross was big. The instrumental, you had...
What was it, Man of the World?
Man of the World. You had Oh Well. And they had a big hit with Need Your Love So Bad, which I think was a cover. Black Magic Woman. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They had lots of big hits, which was famously covered by Santana as well.
Yeah.
But they did have some big hits over here, definitely. But like I say, I'm not sure how big they were worldwide at that time. But they definitely were after that.
Yeah. Because they got, they
like
went over to America.
Band, though, isn't it?
Well, it is.
It's mainly sort of synthesizers and there is guitar in there, but some of the 80s stuff,
it's very strange that they did keep. I can appreciate why they thought they would, seeing as the two members it's named after are still in there, so they thought, fuck it. I mean, and
we'll keep our name.
I should imagine it helped as far as contracts go, because if you're in a new band looking to get signed, if you just keep the original, you've already got a contract, haven't you?
Well, that's it, and people know the name, don't they? So if you've already made headway, you might as well carry on, I suppose. But that is one of the bands where it worked out well. It
worked out well, but you can imagine that I reckon nobody initially who liked Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac would have liked... They would have gone, this ain't if you want to listen to the proper Fleetwood Mac. So they took a massive risk.
Well, I think they mainly went over to America with the new Fleetwood Mac, didn't they? And made it big out there because Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks were both American, weren't they?
Yeah.
So, they completely changed base, I think, and went over there and did
And do you like both of the versions?
I prefer Peter Green's because I do like guitar music and more sort of natural sounding sort of, music that's, on instruments, because I know a lot of their 70s stuff was with the new Fleetwood Mac, but there's sort of their 80s stuff with all that stuff again, like 10cc sounding stuff.
Was it like flamenco? What's the album? Flamingo or something like
I don't know.
Flamenco. Fucking ain't got a clue.
Rumours is their big hit, though, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's all true.
Oh, yeah. No, God, the rumours of them all... Well, they weren't they? All messing around with each other's missuses?
Yeah, I mean...
Missus is a word? Missuses. Yeah. Yeah, anyway,
I mean, that was a messy situation, but...
Yeah.
They had Tusk as well before that.
Oh, of course, yeah, Tusk.
Yeah, I like both of them, actually. And, yeah, it worked perfectly. They kept the name and carried on.
Mm.
You've got a nice choice of completely different styles there, though, haven't you? So.
You have, definitely. What other bands did you look into then?
Well, the one I sort of was looking at as well was In Excess.
Well, they carried on without Michael Hutchins.
Yeah.
Whatever his name was. Michael Hutchins.
Yeah.
Did they? I didn't know that.
Well, so they had 11 albums with old Michael Hutchins. And he died in 97.
How'd he die?
Well, yeah.
It's a weird accident when he slipped up, got caught up in some tights and an orange fell in his face. I can't remember. It's some weird thing. Was it in a cupboard? I can't quite remember.
Was
that him?
Cleaner found him hanging from, I think, from the cupboard door or something, belt round his neck, and he's naked. I mean, he was a bit kinky, so I would have
clumsy.
Yeah, I would have thought normally it was something like that, but I sort of saw a program about that night and leading up to it, and I actually think that he just killed himself. He did have a night of he was arguing about the situation with Bob Geldof, and
Paulie
the press were all over him. It was back then that it was shocking. They just wouldn't let you go, and he was a bit distressed. He was on his own. He was drunk. He was taking drugs, and he did try and phone a load of people up that didn't answer.
Oh man!
So I do think that he killed himself, but I mean, he probably was into all that stuff as well. But I don't think.
Well, yeah, we'll never know the ins and outs of it, will we? But
no,
that was a shame. He was a good front man, good singer.
Yeah.
So who took over from him then? Because I never knew that happened.
So when he was alive, he done the Odd Side project and In Excess done stuff with a singer from another band called Jimmy Barnes, and so he done a couple of guest gigs.
John Barnes,
not John Barnes, no. They're not that desperate.
No, exactly that.
Then they had another gig, and Terence Trent D'Arby sung for him, and then there was a couple more, and then they got John Stevens in, another singer, Australian singer, I think. And that didn't really work out. So then they done a program on TV called Rock Stars In Excess, and that was in Australia.
God.
And they basically done, it was like Pop Idol.
And they got a new singer out of that?
They got a new singer out of that. His name is DJ Fortune.
That's not his real name.
Well, yeah.
DJ Fortune?
Oh no, I've said it around the wrong way. JD.
JD Fortune. No, that's not his real name. Not having it.
But they ended up recording an album 2005, Switch it was called, and if you listen to it, it just sounds like someone pretending to be Michael Hutchins. So they've done that album, and since then they haven't really done anything, and I think they've called it a day now.
Well, I would, yeah.
I appreciate that the rest of the band didn't want it to end. You wouldn't,
No.
It's been your life for... I mean, and they were together for about 20 years.
Yeah.
But Michael Hutchins is like, he's the ultimate frontman, really. I know the band's a bit 80s and stuff like this. But you couldn't get anyone that's more like you imagine a kind of heartthrob rock star to be.
Exactly, yeah.
How the hell are you going to
replace him?
Replace that?
Not with a Pop Idol contest.
No.
No, it's ridiculous.
That bloke at one point was going out with...
Kylie.
Yeah, Helena Christensen, or what was her name?
Helena Christensen.
That's it.
She was a supermodal, wasn't
she?
Something? Yeah.
God, there's photos. God. There's a photo with that, and he's in the middle of like Naomi Campbell and her, and like, how can you just
lucky bugger?
Yeah.
There you go.
But so that's That was a bit ridiculous, really.
So that didn't work out. So that's one that's no good, is it, either?
No, that definitely didn't work out, and they didn't need to do it.
No. It's the same with Queen. Didn't they get a pop idol dude to be like Adam Lambert? Was he some kind of pop idol thing or something?
No, well, he was in a band before,
was he?
Wasn't he? Like a rock band and
But
stuff.
they tried to carry on a bit later, didn't they? They got him in and started touring again.
They did. They were doing tours, and
Yeah.
what Brian May and Roger Taylor like to do is just milk it, don't they?
Oh, yes.
They don't want to let it go.
No.
I reckon right now they're probably scrambling around in record labels' vaults trying to look for a little bit of Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury?
Freddie Mercury, it's his twin brother. They get him in.
Get him in. That would be
Freddie
better than that
Mercury,
bloody Adam Lambert.
yeah, farting or something like that, so they can put it on an album.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, they do like to
they just
squeeze
take the piss.
everything they can out of it.
What's the other one? John Deacon, isn't it?
John Deacon, that's
He
the
knew
fella.
it was over. He
The
was
bass
like,
player, yeah, he was
right, Queen done brilliant. Freddie's
That's it.
gone.
Freddie's, yeah.
I'm just going to enjoy fishing or whatever, and not like
Sounds
the other
so much
two,
better,
just
yeah.
milking it like complete knobs. Anyway, so that I don't think that's very good.
No, I don't. It is a controversial one. AC/DC.
Yeah,
Because obviously Bon Scott, he died, the original singer. And then they got Brian Johnson in. But some people prefer AC/DC with Brian Johnson, like Back in Black and stuff, to Bon Scott, who done the first sort of 6 albums, I think.
did he do that many?
Yeah,
He's done quite a few.
He did. So there's a bit of a split in their fan base who they like as the lead singer. But most of the Brian Johnson stuff I know, really, although I do know some of the earlier stuff. But I don't know, it's hard, isn't it? Because they both sound very similar.
They sound similar, but they've probably got very different personalities. But I mean, at the end of the day, I know that the one that should have probably died is the one that dresses up a little boy.
You got a real problem with him, haven't you? Old Angus Young.
I just think he's a twat. I mean, who thinks that's a good idea to wear a little school cap and shorts? I mean, as a laugh for one gig.
Yeah,
But then
on Halloween or something, you pretend to be Chucky or something like
If
that.
you turned up and we had a gig and you were wearing that, I'd be like, all right, mate.
Little cap on, little blazer. Oh, Rich,
I'll go, you've forgotten your satchel.
what are you dressed as little Jimmy Cranky for? What's going on?
Well, I like to pretend I'm a little boy so I can get into school. But like, you're still doing it now.
I know, well, yeah. I'm with you on that one. Brilliant guitarist, crappy dresser.
We're in like a hard rock band. Yeah, I dress as a little schoolboy. How does that even work?
I don't know. It's like that other knob who wears a fucking bucket of KFC on his head.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that. I don't know. He's a guitarist.
Yeah, Buckethead.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. How did he come up with that?
I don't know, it's quite tricky, that one.
Oh, God. Anyway, so I think AC/DC have stayed as big and as good as they were.
Yeah, I
even
think
though
that works.
replacing their singer, definitely, with Brian Johnson. That absolutely works what they've done there, because it's really similar stuff, even bigger hits probably than they had.
Yeah, you wouldn't have Back in Black or whatever.
Exactly. So, yeah, they actually work really well. But obviously Brian Johnson retired at some point because his vocal cords, the doctor told me not to sing anymore, which I can understand, because if I just done one note of his and that's silly voice, I'd have a sore throat for a week.
They got Axl Rosen, didn't they?
That's what I was about to say. So once he retired, they got Axl Rosen to do a tour with
He
him.
was quite good.
Well, he's got the same sort of voice, isn't he?
But a lot of people slagged him off because people like to do that.
Yeah, everyone slags off Axl Rose, don't they? I mean, his voice ain't as great as it was, obviously, because he must be coming up for 70 or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mid-60s
I would have thought
or something.
so.
So, yeah, I mean, but bloody hell. There you go. So, I don't think it worked with Axl Rose, but it definitely worked with Brian Johnson.
Well, one of the other ones I've got is Ultravox.
Mid-year. Was he in Ultravox?
Well, yeah. Initially Ultravox, and they had an exclamation. Yeah, before that, they had an
Exclamation.
exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the word Ultravox.
Oh, right.
And they were like a post-punk kind of band,
Right.
signed to Island Records. The lead singer was John Fox with 2 X's.
Oh, cool.
They had 3 albums, and I really like their stuff. Really good.
When
They
did
had one
you-
called Young Savage, and it reminds me a bit of maybe like Heavy Buzzcocks. something
Oh,
like that.
wow. That's different.
Yeah, it really is different. And they had a couple of slower ones that might have had a slight sort of...
So what happened there then? Where did Midure pop up?
Well, so John Fox, after
Man with the
3
most
albums...
weirdest name ever.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the hell is Midure, mate?
I don't know. John Fox decided he wanted to go solo after 3 albums. Ultravox were, they'd done all right, but they weren't charting at the time.
Yeah.
And, so he left in 79. And Billy Currie, who was in Ultravox at the time, was like, well, we need a singer. And Midure was in Visage, Fade to Grey and all that lot.
Of course, he was knocking around with all those sort of romantic-y things.
Exactly,
coming through,
yeah. So he wasn't a singer in them, though.
What was he doing in...
He was guitarist and keyboardist.
Ah.
So old Billy Currie said, oi, come and join Ultravox with the exclamation mark.
Yeah.
And you can be the singer. So he did.
So they get rid of the exclamation mark?
I think they got rid of that just before John Fox left, but it does time quite well.
So you can kind of see which one's which.
You can see which one's which.
That makes sense.
And then Midure became the lead vocalist, and they had loads of hits.
They did have
I know
loads of
Vienna
hits.
was the big one, but they had loads.
They did. Yeah, I saw an interview of him on something the other day, and they played like a melody of Ultravox's hits with him singing, and I was quite surprised how many I knew, actually.
Yeah.
And he famously wrote that song with... who you said earlier, the old curly-headed Irishman. What's his name?
Bob
Geldof. Yeah, they wrote that... I can't remember what it's called. Probably one of the biggest selling singles of all time. Like,
what, Live Aid?
Live Aid. Band-Aid. What was that song?
Feed the World?
Feed the World, one of them.
Make it a better place, Michael Jackson.
It's the one where loads of people sing the different words.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, but...
U2's... Bono's on there, isn't he?
Yeah, they're all on there.
Yeah, that one anyway. He co-wrote that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough about Midure.
Yes. So Ultravox carried on like that. So essentially, they became more new romantic and popular. John Fox, weirdly enough, went electronic as well. Yeah. When Ultravox were like quite punky. And had quite a few hits, but I'd say he's more. Yeah, he's more credible. He had
never heard of him.
He had 4 albums that charted and 4 top 40 singles.
Wow.
But he's an artist, done loads of other stuff.
Wow, I never knew that.
But yeah, if you check out early Ultravox, it's got some really good stuff on it.
That's surprising. I didn't know that they had a previous incarnation.
Yeah,
I've got a few that that I was looking up. I mean, Iron Maiden, I always thought it was Bruce Dickinson. I didn't realise he was a second singer.
No.
They had some Paul Di'Anno I don't know whether he left or whatever, but Bruce Dickinson in. And that's all, I always thought he was in there for some reason. I'm not a massive sort of heavy metal fan in that sort of heavy metal with the high voices and, sort of the 80s kind of hair metal stuff. I wasn't really into that, so...
No, I wouldn't really know.
No, but apparently... Yeah, he was the second singer, and they've done a lot better, I'd imagine, with Bruce Dickinson in it, because everyone knows him as the singer of Iron Maiden, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Black Sabbath, obviously, Ozzy got sacked.
Yeah, and they've done an album without him, and it's supposed to be pretty good, but because they called it Black Sabbath, people are going to compare it, which is a bad idea.
And the singer was Ronnie James Dio from Rainbow.
That's right,
He took over from Ozzy.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think they did very well without Ozzy, because he was the main man, wasn't he?
It's the same as Deep Purple. They had so many, but they just call them Mark 1, 2, 3, and people accept it. And it works for Deep Purple. The same as, like, you can say Genesis, that worked. That's like Fleetwood Mac, really. You got Mark 1 and 2, haven't you? So. Yeah,
Peter Gabriel wanted to go solo for a long time, and it caused, a lot of rift between the band, and eventually he left, and... Phil Collins stepped up, and he done a good job because they become bloody massive. I couldn't really name you many Genesis songs when Peter Gabriel was singing.
Well,
I can name you, Peter Gabriel's solo stuff.
Less poppy, isn't it? It's probably better to listen to now.
It's more theatrical art kind of stuff, wasn't it? It's all dressing up on stage, and it was all a bit artistic.
Join a band with old Schoolboy.
Yeah. That's it.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Peter Gabriel.
You could dress up as a little schoolgirl.
Schoolgirl, and they can skip around the maypole or something. He loves all of that stuff, doesn't he, old Peter Gabriel? He's all singing about Salisbury and
wizard sleeves and
wizard
stuff.
sleeves and bats and owls flying out of the night and bollocks like that. Yeah, so he'd love that.
Yeah.
Dancing around with old little perv. Anyway, another one I was going to say was Sugar Babes.
Yeah, no original members. Oh no, well no, they had one, didn't they? One original.
At one point, there was no original members. That's insane. How can you still call yourselves Sugar Babes?
And now the 3 original ones
Are back again.
have got the name. They've had to sort of go down the legal route. They've got the name back.
Have they?
Yeah, and I think they've released 1 or 2 albums since then. So they.
I wouldn't know. I only wrote that down as a joke.
Yeah.
Because that is going to the extreme of keeping a name going, even when there's nobody left.
Well, there's lots like that, isn't there? There's like Pantera,
Really?
Megadeth. I think there's bands.
Megadeth had the old ginger nut from Metallica they threw out, and he started it, didn't he? What's his
Yeah.
name? I can't remember.
I think there's quite a few bands with no original members still going, but that's a whole different thing. We'll have to look at that
17.
another time.
No, actually, they've still got the Chunky Dancer. He's the only one left.
Yeah, that's
Chunky
his name.
Dancer, isn't that Elton John song?
No, it's Tina Turner.
What did you say?
You're my chunky dancer.
I was on a Tiny Dancer, but there you go.
Yeah.
Chunky Dancer. Right. I did not know that Stone Temple Pilots had Chester singing.
They
for a
did,
bit.
yeah.
Didn't know that. Apparently, it didn't work. So that's why I didn't know about it.
Done an EP,
Yeah.
and then they got someone else in, and they've got another singer now. But there's one that I'd like to watch him because I think the musicians in Stone Temple Pilots great, but
Yeah.
no, I don't think that works.
No. So
There's a couple of other ones.
yeah, go on then.
Buzzcocks.
Get me quick. We're running out of time. Buzzcocks. Oh, did they get rid of old Shelley? Or was
No, he
was-
became the singer
Oh,
after
did he?
Howard left.
Oh, I thought he was.
They
the
done an
original singer.
EP with Howard singing called Spiral Scratch. It's a good EP actually, but then they carried on with old Pete Shelley, and Howard's went on to form Magazine.
Oh wow! So there you go. Done well.
Yeah, so that worked.
That did work, yeah. So what do you think is your favourite band that, as a new lead singer that sort of went on to do well? Who do you think done the most... Well, not your favourite, but who do you think was the most successful?
I think Ultravox are quite an interesting
I'm
one.
going to say Pink Floyd, which we didn't even cover, but Sid Barrett, obviously drinking drugs, he had to get chucked out. But they went on to be massive, didn't they?
Yeah. They are the most successful. But for me...
Or Fleetwood Mac, obviously.
For me, interesting and to listen to would probably be Ultravox. I don't like
to give that a go.
Ultravox like later stuff, but I like the way it's splintered off into all different bands.
Yeah, cool. Well, that was our special episode on bands that have different members and still carried on.
Singers,
Yes. Anyway.
not members. Could be
Members?
anyone.
Well, singers. Anyway, like and subscribe.
See you later.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
Album and Beer Club.